Okay, I can't be the only one that has a ton of junk in their barn, but Storm of the Century's coming. If we have an extended power outage, I want to have a generator. I figure it might not be a bad idea to have one on standby in case we lose power for more than 6 hours or a day or something. Our power is very reliable here, but just in case. Oh, if this light works. Oh, good. So I have this old Generac 4000. Yep. This thing has been sitting for I don't even know how long. Geez, I don't know. It's a long time, and I'm gonna unearth this and try to get it going. This thing's more than enough to run our well pump and stuff like that. So I'm gonna unearth that, throw it in the back of the mini truck. I need to get some wooden stuff to get heat going in my shop. So. Yeah, let's do all that, and then you'll see me back in the shop. Welcome back to Funtown Christmas Edition. Day number 2 here of Crazy Storm. Look, you can tell it's still pretty windy. We didn't get much snow at all, maybe an inch or two. Got the old tractor in here just in case we need that later. You know how it is when you got your diesel outside. Everybody's scared that your diesel's gonna gel. Got the old burner going. That's nice and warm. Still really fighting the cold here. I've had this going for about 20 minutes and it's still pretty cold in here, but I think it's only like 1 outside right now. Yesterday it was man, with the wind, it was like negative 30 or 35 or something. So here is the Generac 4000 XL. I haven't done anything other than I blew the thing off. It was real dusty, you know, full of barn dust and stuff. And I threw it on the table here. So I don't even know how old this thing is. I mean, it's probably 15 years old, maybe older. It hasn't been run since I picked the thing up, and it needed carb work back then. The carburetor was goofy and like the auto idle didn't work right. So the game plan here is just to get the thing running since it's been sitting for a while. I want to say I put a new carb in it, or I rebuilt the old one. I don't really remember, but it looks pretty clean looking, and so like I sort of remember working on it, but I don't know if I drained the gas or if the gas just ran out. It looks pretty empty in there. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing in there. So, oh yeah, you don't have smell-o-vision, but if I were to run this thing back then, I probably would have used non-ethanol, but I don't really remember. So, obviously we're going to go over the basics. Let's make sure that it has oil in it. Oh yeah, oil looks really clean too. So I probably changed the oil. This is why you got to write stuff down, because you're gonna forget. I should have wrote down like changed oil, you know, put new carb on. All right, the spark plug's a little buried. I mean, we should check to see if it has spark first. I don't see why it wouldn't. Let's try to get this plug out really quick. All right, let's just ground it. And all right, I see spark, so that's good. It's nice looking. So we'll put this back in. Hey pal, you got little hands, pal. See if you can get this spark plug started. Okay. Remember, with a spark plug, you don't want to play Gorilla Boy. Let's plug this back in. Alright, got a run switch, got chokey. Yeah, it's almost 8 horse. It almost looks like a clone of a Honda. No, it pulls over fine. Alright, air filter doesn't look horrific. I don't know, what do you want to do? Do you want to spray some death juice in it and just see if it pops off? There's no gas in it. All right, so before we go dumping gas into this thing, I'm just gonna spray a tiny bit of death juice in this thing just to see. We got the premium death juice. Just give it a little spritz here just to see what happens. That's pretty cool. This might be the easiest engine. You know what, I don't want to jinx myself because I know once we pour gas in it, something bad's gonna happen. So one of two things are gonna happen. This thing's gonna run perfect, or something's gonna get plugged up in the carb. All right, let's see what happens. At kind of a short angle. Let's give her a little death juice just to get it going. Okay, let's see if we can get a drill or something on this thing to spin it over a little bit faster. Yikes. Hasn't been running so long. Alright, kind of sketchy, but... It's really weird, it popped off real nice before. Can you spray right over here while I crank it? That's it. That's it. No more, please. All right, we probably wiped out the spark plug, so now let's take that out again because that's fun. An issue with this plug is probably wet foam. Oh yeah, completely soaked. Let's see how wet that is. It smells really bad too. All right. Although there's no plug in there, so. Yep.
Yeah.
Still got good fat spark. That is an excellent sign. I need to be able to do this by myself because I don't have the little kid hands. All right, what do you think? What's your prediction? Do you think it's gonna fire? We got all kind of ether and jazz everywhere.
We should look in the carburetor and see if it's dirty or not.
Well, that'll be next step.
Cause the tank's probably full of grime.
Yeah, you're probably right. Spark plug's clean. I mean, I would think that it would fire, but.
Nope.
Choke it even. There won't be any fuel in the float bowl. All right, get our gloves back on so we don't get blisters trying to pull start this thing 1,000 times. All right, so this thing should start. All right, well, cool. At least the thing works. That's good. And we have a generator. So realistically, 4,000 watts, I mean, we could run the kitchen and the well pump on it. That's really all we would need, and the water tank. So maybe in another video we'll do that. We'll get a transfer switch. And you know what, let me show And I'll put a link for this in the description. Let me show you the transfer switch that I would get. Okay, so the kid ran away on me. You know, kids these days, they get bored so quickly. Oh, I got to go back to the internet. I love it so much. This is what I would probably get. This seems to have halfway decent reviews. This Reliance Controls transfer switch. So I will, yeah, you can see there it is there. So like, you got all these different switches that will control your circuits, and then this would be on the outside of your house, and then it comes with the cord here. So this would plug into, yeah, I mean, that end, this male end would go into your generator, and I'm going to assume this female end is going to be this. Yeah, so then you would wire up, like how you have this line and gen. So normally you'd have all these down to line, you know, for your power at the street. And then when you lose power, you'd flip this up to gen, which is your generator. And that way you're not backfeeding anything. It's not going to kill a lineman when they're, you know, trying to restore power. And then when you get power back, you just flip these to line, and then you shut your generator off. So this is what you want. So yeah, I don't know, maybe we'll get one of these and see. But okay, thanks for following along, and hope you guys have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you're celebrating. Have a good one. See you later.